So last week, I think I started telling this story last week, but my bed frame broke that I bought in June. This brand new bed frame.
Kid fucks too hard.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to get at over the next 25 minutes. But
It's like, that was the punchline.
and there was only one of them, so I
was going to drag this out.
yeah.
What
For
type of
13 minutes.
What type of bed frame did you go with?
Steel.
It's a bed. It was like I don't know how to describe it, but it's a bed frame and headboard combo. And it's very big. It's a king size, so it's very big. And but I got it in June, and what happened was the crossbar, where one of the fucking screw nuts are connected to it, the little leg under it must have gotten shift when we moved the bed one time, and it like broke under its own weight, and then the crossbar the screw got completely warped like into a C inside these two things. So it was causing this big sink in the middle of it. So I take the whole mattress off, which again is that memory foam thing. So it's 8,000 pounds getting that off. And I take pictures of it. I send it to them. They go, it's totally within the warranty. We're so sorry. We'll send you a new one. And I go, great. And then they send me the new one a couple days later. No delivery fuck ups, which is shocking if you've ever listened to this podcast. And
his entire life
is FedEx fuckery.
Are you in a doorman situation?
I'm not in a doorman situation.
Yeah, that's going to be...
And how dare you judge me for that?
Well, I'm saying that's
dismissiveness in your face is like, well, if you don't want delivery, that's the way to live.
That's the only... Yeah,
if you think you deserve the mail. Yeah.
End of story. That's how deliveries get fucked up.
That's why you pay the extra $4,000 a month.
That's you're fooling yourself. You're blaming the wrong people.
Well,
They're just leaving the packages where they go.
I had never thought to look inward, but you're right. And so... And so I get the package, unbelievably, without a doorman, and I go upstairs.
I can't even believe it. I mean, I lived without a doorman, and I would get packages. I'd be like, yeah, it's a 50-50 shot. Like,
but we're home during the pandemic, so there's no time. As long as they even try, I'm there.
Well, then they don't even try. They just go like, boop, and like you just hear like a half a boop.
Not to rehash everything, but that's what they were doing. Is they were saying they had stopped by when they clearly hadn't. I'm home 24 hours a day. You weren't fucking there.
I mean, my mail lady in Brooklyn, after a while, I was watching her stop at the bottom of my steps and just loosely throw the mail at the door.
Yeah, dude.
Like it was Funny Farm.
Yeah.
Pegging the door.
So
Tyler Perry presents
I have
Funny
more
Farm.
questions. Do you tip your postal service person?
No.
There's another
because that's another. Actually, you know what?
They're making pennies.
There's a rotation of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they come to all the apartments. They're nameless. They're faceless.
You don't have the same one. I think there's the same one. Nameless, faceless. I thought the pennies thing was going to be the worst thing that was said.
I have the UPS drivers that I see
they're
a lot.
not nameless and faceless too? They're kids.
Yeah, and my doorman when they let them in.
Yeah. So, regardless, I get the goddamn bed frame, and now here's what I realize. I thought that they were sending me the materials necessary to replace the broken pieces, the crossbar, the nut, the little leg, and all that kind of stuff. They sent me an entire new bed frame and headboard to reassemble it, and the package is insanely big. It's 200 pounds, so I'm dragging it down the hallway. I open the whole thing, so now I have to take apart and break down fully my old bed frame that's only 5 months old, and then take that all out of my room and reassemble the brand new one just for 2 fucking pieces that are missing.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but the most disappointing part about this would be, to me, that I've gotten a cheap bed frame. Like
it's an expensive bed frame.
It can't be.
It's expensive.
Not to them. I'm saying to them.
Oh, but it was under warranty.
If they can just send you another, when they send you the piece, that means they have respect for all of the pieces. So when they send you the they're like, yeah, we'll just toss another one at them.
But I think they built it like a Saab. You know, it's not like a Honda where they can take out individual pieces. This is like, you need this because this is part of the headboard frame combo.
That's how a Saab is built?
Yeah, they're big. That's why they're expensive, because everything, you can't just buy like, this piece I need to broke off. Saab. Wildly, yeah. But that's why they were designed by rocket engineers. Go ahead.
Why didn't you just take the pieces that you needed out of the new set and replace
Funny you
it?
should ask, and great question. But then you're stuck with this dilemma, which I'm going, listen, do I want a 4-month-old bed frame and headboard, or do I want a brand new one? One of them's going in the garbage, and which one should it be? The brand new one? Fuck that. I don't want somebody else getting it. So I take down everything. And then I come to find out when I get to the bottom breaking of it, turns out, and this might be a little bit to Jared's point, is that they had to re-engineer the crossbar materials. That must have been happening a lot because I got a newer version of the bed frame.
Oh, that's good.
Which was all these wooden slats and fucking, reinforced and all that stuff, which of course took way longer to put together.
So like with a Saab, it was a recall.
I think
Cannon was proud of himself for
we're going to end this one early, folks.
for knowing a story.
Imagine Feeney throws up his hands. He's like, and that was the punchline.
The only one.
Yeah.
But I had to reassemble the thing, and then at the end of the day, I take it, I do it, my wife and I, we set the whole thing up, we're sweating, we're cursing, because it takes way longer. You never want to see, when you just see a bed frame and just all the materials of it, and you're like, this is just going to be it's all Allen keys, so you can't screw gun it. Why do they not make things with screws? Why is it all Allen keys?
You can get an Allen key bit for your screw gun.
I guess I have to.
Yeah.
G-Mike, do you have a question, or you're just stretching and raising your hand? You're stretching and yawning. Got it. I thought he was passionately being like, yeah, bed frame! He was going,
he's just getting his social media worth out of it.
yeah.
He wanted to pop his arm in the back of Jared's head so he could put an elbow to a name.
But I ended up making the new one and throwing out a 4-month-old fucking... It seemed like such a waste. And you couldn't donate it because it's missing the part that holds it all together.
So you got to take it down to the...
garbage room.
The refuse room. That's
yes.
Yeah. So now, I guess, you would donate it?
Oh, no, I mean, I couldn't donate it because it wasn't functional, but it's like, wouldn't you... It feels like it should get some use out of it.
You should find a homeless man and just get him to
just put the
build
bed frame around him.
Just drill the structure and be like, this will last through the winter.
It's 3/4 of an igloo. You just put your box over the top of it, and it'll be like a little,
I mean, get a tarp.
Yeah, I usually have people do this for me.
You're not coming off great in this, I gotta tell you. You're like, what idiot would be in New York? I've been vacationing in Florida. I gotta have a doorman for my refuse room. Who says it that way? And then you said,
I don't deal with bed frames.
Someone...
I pay people to do this.
Somebody would be doing this
How
for me.
dare you let your staff
I'm trying
speak.
to relate. Yeah, I'm trying... with their 300 follower payments.
Big Mike is back there like, what are you doing with the old frame?
He's like, I need one. Yeah.
It's a fuck. Yeah, it just seems like such a waste of things. So for the next 2 years, I kind of want to just keep saying I broke it and see if they'll just keep sending me more bed frames.
I mean, that's a pretty good idea in terms of just, wrestling with the warranty. As soon as it's about to be over, you just break
Try
it.
the re-up. Yeah.
That's something they tell you at like PC Richards if you get like new headphones. They're like, I had a guy at PC Richards go to me, yeah, you get the warranty and then like put in your calendar.
No shit.
A year from now. He goes, put in your calendar right now that they don't work.
Yeah.
And just come in here and we'll probably give you a new one.
So your door guy just has a list of your appointments. It's like, Jared, just here's your mail, and also I'd like to remind you, break your bed.
They're your personal assistant.
This is the whole point of a doorman. Don't you guys get it?
That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.